The lack of blood affected her more than it affected me, so I almost always took the fall. She tried to argue, and I knew it killed her to let me do it. But she was hurting more than I was. Usually I'd just walk home. Since it had been 3 weeks since my last blood bag, exhaustion was winning out. Waiting had sounded a hell of a lot better than walking. So I made myself at home on a truly lovely bar stool. A thick, muscular body sat down smoothly beside me. I took stock of him from where I sat without glancing his way. The massive size of him meant he was definitely a supernatural. Given that we were in Wildwood, it was safe to assume he was a werewolf. "Hey," the bartender said, flashing the man a playful smile. Maybe she was his mate.
"How's Ethan? Haven't seen him in a while."
The man's voice was low and rumbly. For some ridiculous reason, it made goosebumps break out on my arms. What the hell was wrong with me? The bartender's smile widened. "He's great. Still trying to talk me into having a pup." Maybe they weren't mated.
"Sounds like him,"
the guy said. The goosebumps spread over my shoulders. How was it possible for someone's voice to be sexy? Seriously, what was wrong with me? I'll grab your usual." The bartender stepped away and the guy set his forearms on the countertop. My gaze slid over the tight white tee stretched across his back, and my nostrils flared as his scent hit me. Holy shit. My fangs descended in a heartbeat, my stomach growling ferociously. Releasing my water glass, I quickly tucked my hands under my thighs. Awkward? Yes. Necessary? Also yes. If I didn't restrain them, I'd likely give in to the urge to grab him and drink from him. My body warmed as my eyes raked over him again. Dark blonde hair shaved on the sides but longish on the top. Thick muscles, black tattoos over almost every inch of his skin, their outline nearly visible through the thin fabric of his tee. And hell, even sitting down, I could tell his ass was incredible. Biting humans in Wildwood was a no-go, but biting a shifter? It was a one-way ticket out of the city, or into a grave, which meant I needed to get out of there, pronto. Forcing myself to breathe in and out like a normal person, I slowly released one hand from under my thigh. After a moment passed, and I was sure I wouldn't do anything crazy, I leaned down and pulled my bag off the floor. It was a large purse I'd found at a thrift store made of dark green fabric that spoke to the wolf in me. "What is that incredible smell?" she murmured into my mind, as if awakened by my thought of her. There was a bond between us, some sort of magical gap in our minds where one of us lived while the other was in control. The guy next to me. "I'm getting out of here before I accidentally drink his blood." I replied quickly, easing my wallet out of my bag. "He's definitely a werewolf," she said, studying him through my eyes. "I know, over 6.5 feet tall. And he smells like love. Like lust, maybe, or food. The best food you've ever eaten." She wasn't wrong. I liked steak as much as any other werewolf, but I'd take a bite of the guy over a steak in a heartbeat. And that wasn't because I was starving. He just smelled that good. "Did you talk to him?" she asked. "Hell no, I don't have a death wish. If I talk to him, I'm going to bite him, and if I bite him, his pack will try to kill me." "Might be worth it." I snorted inwardly and set $1 on the counter. I hadn't had anything besides water, but still felt obligated to tip. Cultural standards were a bitch. My gaze moved back to the guy when his body went rigid beside mine. His head jerked toward me, and a pair of intense dark green eyes collided with my own soft browns. His nostrils flared and his eyes dilated? "Oh, he wants us," my wolf purred into my mind. I couldn't respond. My fangs were throbbing too hard in my mouth, distracting me from whatever I might have otherwise been thinking. Those bitches wanted to sink deep in his skin, find his blood, and... Damn it. I needed to get myself under control.
"What are you drinking?"
the guy asked without looking away.